If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
As many games as we can, as soon as we can, as often as we can. Yeah, that's better. To me, that's a better problem. We've got a good team, and we got good players, we got good coaches, and we expect to win.
11 new head coaches, none of them with special teams experience. You had very little impact on that.
That was disappointing, wasn't it?
You were supposed to open the door for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Kevin.
I know. I thought you had.
That's right. Well, maybe it'd be a year delay.
Yeah.
We're allowed.
You'd have to do it a second year.
That's right. We got Dave Tobe out there waiting in the wings. We got to get Dave going. That'd be interesting, don't you think? I wonder if anything will happen.
I mean, with special teams coaches?
Yeah.
You would think.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
John Harbaugh.
Jim Promise.
Jim. Yeah, good to see you.
I mean, interrupt you guys.
Let's talk about Matt Stover and about that two-kicking situation. I mean, it's been going on for a number of years. It's so hard to find a guy that you can count on in Tennessee in bad weather with 30 seconds left in the game. But the two positions and holding that on the roster, does it just become untenable? Does it become just not doable anymore?
No, it's doable and it's tenable if it ends up being what's best for our team. You know, we're going to try to put together the strongest 53-man roster we can, and you hate to be forced into making that decision in February or March. And if Matt was still obviously under contract, he'd be a part of that mix for sure, because Matt can still make those kicks. I mean, Matt Stover can still kick in the NFL, and he can make field goals. And if we had a punter that was a kickoff guy, it'd be easy. So that's a choice that could come down to August sometime, that we may have to decide to go back with a two-kicker model. If that's what it's going to take to have a good kickoff guy and to have a guy that can make field goals, we're going to do that. If not, if we can find one guy that can kick off and can make field goals for us, that becomes what's best for the team. And so we're just trying to keep our options open right now. And a guy like Matt, the risk we take, obviously, Nestor, and the concern is that Matt gets signed away in the meantime. And if that happens, that's the risk we have to take. As opposed to putting guaranteed money out there at this point in time, but then it not being what's best for the team in August. So you just got to balance those things out. But we're confident that the young guy can do it, and we're going to bring someone in to compete with him in the meantime. When we find that guy, possibly in the draft or wherever. And if he turns out that he can do it, or the other guy does it, great. If not, then we'll have to bring somebody else in. It could be Matt. I think Ozzie said that. It could be Matt, if Matt's still willing to do it. And I think Matt is possibly keeping that as an option.
In the offseason, with player personnel changes, being a first-time head coach last year, it all happened kind of quickly. Seeing what happens and what Ozzie does behind the scenes to keep the players around, to keep the salary cap in order with Pat and all that stuff, has that been a little easier on you the second year around, knowing that you've got that Ozzie's watching that stuff as much as you're coaching the team?
Right. Well, to me, it's a good balance, because we talk every single day, and Ozzie, he fills me in on exactly what's going on and how the numbers are working and what the fits are and what we have to do to bring in this player or that player. And it's real practical, and Ozzie's really patient. He's patient aggressive. As coaches, we're kind of aggressive, sort of patient. Ozzie's patient aggressive, and that to me is what he's got to be. And he balances me and he balances Steve off really well that way, because that's a good mix. So we're having great discussions about how to make our team better. But Ozzie's the best in the business. I mean, I've learned so much from him in the last 12 months, just about life, really. But
what didn't you know? Coming in, what's new to you about the management of the roster and that sort of stuff?
I think the biggest thing I learned, among many things, is to be a little bit patient. So there's certain things that you need to fix, and certain areas you need to attack, and you want to be aggressive with it. But the opportunity to fix those things are going to come when they're going to come. So you're going to get better where you can get better. Whether it's a free agent who happens to be available, or a pick in the draft that's the best possible player. We don't play until September, as Ozzie says. So we've got time to address these things. And I think that the fact that as coaching staff, we're always pushing to get these things done, and Ozzie is, balancing everything out. What are our best options going to be? Not just what they are today, but what might they be 3 months from now?
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.